All right, we're back for another Hot Dog Friday. Today we've got my dry ramen dog and my chili hummus dog. First up, putting our dogs down. We don't have a lot of steps today. Well, I guess we do have a fair amount of steps, but the longest thing it's going to take today is this chili and letting the hot dogs cook. So we're going to put about a half can of chili in here. And even then, that's probably going to be a bit too much for what we're doing. We're going to turn these down a little bit. And then we're going to head back over to our station. Now, for our dry ramen burger, obviously we're doing dry ramen, but we're going to need to crunch it up a little bit. Or, you know, I said crunch it up, but what I'm really trying to say is take a rolling pin here and smash it up a little bit so that it comes out in small little pieces. And that should be about to do it. We don't want to like mash it up into dust, right? We still want, you know, little chunks in there. And then for our sauce for the ramen burger, we're going to do our, in this house, go-to sauce for putting in our cheap ramen bowls. The only small difference is that I'm going to be trying to make it a little bit thicker since it's going on a hot dog and not in broth. So start off with just a little bit of sesame oil in here. You don't want much because it'll just end up tasting like sesame oil. Recent mistakes in this house have found that out, not me. Fair bit of soy sauce in there. Usually there's more soy sauce in a bowl of ramen, but like I said, we're going a little bit thicker. Some gochujang for a little bit of spiciness in there, and it's thicker, so it'll help that. And of course, my favorite sauce that I always have to have in the house, and it's actually very terrifying that we're this low because I can't live without it. It is sweet chili sauce. I said sauce like a little child. Sauce. All right, just put it in there. There we go. I'm thinking that'll get us to the consistency that I want it to be. And then just mix it up. And that is not thick at all. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that might actually be good for a hot dog. So there we go. And we're going to just wait for that chili to warm up a little bit more. And we'll check back in. Hey, we're back. So evaluating this sauce a little bit, I am actually not happy with the thickness of it. So what we're going to do is, instead of putting everything down on a bed of Kewpie mayo, we're just going to add Kewpie mayo right to this sauce. And putting about as much Kewpie mayo as I would on my hot dog anyways. Put that in here, give that a mix, and oh yeah, see, we're getting to the consistency I want. Yeah, okay. Now we're in business, folks. Although I gotta say, it kind of looks like fry sauce. Anyways, now that we actually have our sauce ready to go, I think it's about time we get the hummus in with the chili. Oh yeah, here we go. Good stuff. Okay, so our chili is just about at the temperature we want, so we're gonna go ahead and add in some of this hummus. And yes, I could have made the hummus myself. But you know what? It's Saturday, and I'm tired. Actually, I'm not tired. I lied there. I just want to relax. So we cheated and went with store-bought hummus. This isn't cooking with Babish. This is cooking with Michael. So we're going to just mix this in, let it melt like it's cream cheese, and it's going to give it plenty of extra flavor. And it'll thicken this chili up quite a bit. And yeah, so there you go. See, that's what we're going for. It almost looks like cream cheese. Cream cheese chili. Yeah, I think we might be good. We're going to let this warm up for just a moment. Then we're going to start assembling. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with the assembly process. For our ramen dog, we're going to do bun, dog, and then what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to put that over the top. What we're going to do, we're going to Start off putting our crunch factor on there, some nice crunchy bits of this ramen. And then we're going to drizzle our sauce over the top just like that. Ooh, that does look really yummy. We're going to put in some nori flakes or seaweed, if you will. Let's just move that over here and make this simpler on me. There we go. Plenty of umami flavor. And of course, bonito flakes. Boom. That's going to be our ramen dog. Now, for our, what is the last chili dog of the episode, straight up bun, dog, and this nice warm mixture of chili and hummus. No cheese necessary. That is going to be our chili dog. All that flavor right there, I promise you. All right, let's try out our dry ramen dog first. It's going to be packed with plenty of umami, plenty of sweet, savory sauces. Flavors. Flavors is the word I'm looking for here. Let's get to it. All right, so I love the flavor of the sauce with the hot dog. Of course, we know how I feel about bonito flakes and seaweed. All of it mixes together really well. But the first time ever, the crunch factor is the factor that is letting me down the most on this hot dog. I don't love it. And it's only because the particular crunch of dry ramen is not one that I like anyways. I knew going into this that I probably wasn't going to like it, but I needed to try it. I'm not a dry ramen kind of guy. So, like, judging it fairly, I'll give it like a 3. 2.5, maybe 3. Let's go with 3. That's where we're at. Unfortunately, I really wanted this to be really good. It just, it could possibly be a 4 without ramen, but it is what it is. Now moving on to our chili and hummus dog. With the amount of hummus I put in to like the half can of chili I put in, I gotta say the chili's a little overwhelming here. Probably should have done more hummus. But the way it is, I get some nice undertones of the hummus. And so that is really nice because it kind of becomes the aftertaste of this dog. After you take a bite and you swallow, that's when you kind of get the hummus. And I'm pretty happy with that. This is a good dog. I really like it. I don't think it's the best chili dog we've done. But if you got some hummus laying around and you got some chili laying around, it is definitely worth a try. I enjoy it. There's kind of like a savor. There's a lot of savory tastes going on in this hot dog, and I'd say I love savory, but I've said I love every kind of flavor. So it's got flavor. Oh, did I get a rating? No. It's so close to a 4. You know what would make it a 4? Mayo. Mayo would make this a 4, but right now, I'm going to give it like a 3.5, so I got to go 3. Yeah. That's it. Only 2 hot dogs left in this series. Thanks for being here.